Bismillah, welcome Zoo Crew and Jummah Mubarak. So I managed to make it to the last bit of Jummah prayers today, and the key theme of the khutbah was to be content with life, and if you can't be content, then have patience. I have no idea what the whole talk was about because I literally got there at like the tail end, so I got like to listen to maybe the last 5-10 minutes of the khutbah, you know. But yeah, overall, making sure I go for Friday prayers has been a good thing in my opinion. However, I just noticed that my AI and my scheduler was not working, so it's been posting to all the social platforms except for Instagram. So yeah, I guess we'll talk about AI today. And AI really, it's you got to treat it like an employee, right? So in business, like if you have bad management or bad leadership, you're gonna have bad staff, or like you might get good staff, but like they're gonna be capped or limited in what they can actually accomplish and how far they can go, right? So AI is literally the same thing. So AI, like to really get the most out of it, it depends on who's using it, right? So if you're not good at using AI, like you'll still get some results, but it won't be as good or as effective as it could be, right? So in my head, I was like, okay, like it's all set up now. I just let it do its like stuff on autopilot. Like I don't have to worry about clipping things. I don't have to worry about scheduling. I don't have to worry about posting, right? However, because I made a new account for my like car sales job, because I don't want to have everything like connected, right? So I've created like a new Instagram page at Zoom with Zoo. So if you want to follow along on my car sales journey, you should go follow that account. But when I made that account and connected it to my account center, I guess it removed the authorization for my AI. And then, so in terms of how I'm using, like how I'm clipping all this stuff, I'm using an AI software called Opus Clip / Opus Pro. And I'm assuming that's why it just decided to ask me to reauthorize, but I didn't see the email because I don't really check my email as much as I should. So yeah, it didn't end up posting any of the clips for today. But the thing is, like, it's not really a bad thing because I've been meaning to like sit down and like go through whatever is scheduled and then start using a different scheduling software, just because with Opus it caps you at 100 scheduled posts, so I can't schedule anything else, which is why all the clips that I've been posting for the last like 30 days or like 50 days, whatever, it's all from like my first few long form videos, right? So it's a blessing in disguise because now I have to actually sit down, go through all of the content, and then figure out what I wanted to be posting and then scheduling it to post, right? And it's a very tedious, boring task because each long form video, like any of the videos that are like 20 minutes long, they end up generating like at least 15 clips, right? So then I have to go through each clip. I have to remove the filler words. I have to remove the pauses. Mind you, like I'm just clicking a couple buttons and the AI is doing all of that for me. But still, it's like a very tedious, like mind-numbing task, right? And then I gotta like schedule everything. So pretty much like I'm guessing for the rest of the day, I'm gonna be going through all my scheduled posts and then deleting all the scheduled posts and then using my Go High Level account and the scheduler there to just schedule all the posts. And I think now I'm just gonna start posting the clips from everything post day 24, just because up until day 24 out of 90, I had been talking a lot about like my family drama, family chaos and stuff. And then all of the stuff after that, I kind of transitioned away where we're talking about like business, we're talking about philosophy, stoicism, mindset, routines, gym, this kind of stuff, right? So I think now, and like a lot of these clips like that I've been posting, I'm kind of over that. And I think the message that I was trying to put out there has been put out. So to everyone who's been watching and commenting on those clips and like the story resonates with you because you also grew up in like a Desi household that was also dysfunctional or toxic, or like you have parents who like just are very emotionally immature. I understand that it resonated with you, and I appreciate you commenting, liking, starting conversations, engaging with me, you know? However, that being said, we are in the second saga of this 90-day arc. So really the clips should also represent where we're at mentally, right? Because again, like everything I've been talking about for the last 20 days has been not really talking about any of the like the trauma that I've gone through. It's not really like victim mindset anymore. It's more so just like educating people, sharing my thoughts, talking about large topics, you know? Obviously, like this whole 90-day series is just like me vlogging, you know? Just going, like sharing what I've been through throughout the day. So I guess we should just end with what I got up to today. So I didn't sleep much last night just because my sleep schedule is still fucked up. But I've been up since like 5 a.m. I did my Fajr prayers on time, and then just been kind of like being productive, getting through shit. You know, I went through my journals, I went through Daily Stoic. And then somehow, like I was up since 5, but somehow I still managed to be late for Jummah prayer, right? So I had to get there for 1:50. I got there at like 1:58, almost 2 o'clock. And like honestly, it was surprising that the mosque so like where I was going is Masjid Bilal, because in Finley Creek we don't have a good life and we don't have a masjid. I don't know why. But so I went to Orleans for Masjid Bilal, right? That's like my home masjid. And I'm thinking like, okay, third one, like it's not gonna be too busy. Like I'll be able to park in the masjid parking lot. But sure enough, parking lot's full. Like I literally had to park across the street at like Home Depot and then walk there, you know? Which again is not like a bad thing, because they say in Islam, like every step or second step you take, like it removes some of your sins. Like the step you take towards the mosque or to go to pray, right? And then the other thing that people should be doing is reading Surah Al-Kahf. So I know in a previous video when I like was Jummah, I said it was Surah Yasin. So that was my mistake. Again, like I'm not a scholar, right? I'm just some guy. I'm a dude who's just learning, like going on this journey. Like we're all figuring it out, you know. Like we're all just human. So yeah, I did that. And then I went to my parents' house. I had to grab my like OMVIC license and a couple of other things. And then I figured like, okay, let me just like talk to my dad. And obviously that didn't go anywhere just because his default is like word salad or like spinning shit. So I asked him a very clear cut question, like tell me yes or no. Obviously couldn't do that. And then like shit got like very much out of hand. So I was like, okay, well, I gotta go. So I gotta go because I had a haircut appointment. You can see, fresh cut. I ended up going a little bit shorter than I was expecting. In my head, I thought a number 4 was actually the number 6. Just because normally like I'd been going and getting like either like a number 3 or a 4 on top. And then the last few haircuts, I was getting like a 6, except for when I started to let it grow, which is like stupid on my part considering I was a barber. So I should have like known this, but it's not too short and like my hair grows like weed, right? So like any like Indian, Pakistani, Desi person, like you'll know your hair grows like a weed. So I'm not too concerned, you know. Maybe I should go bald now that I'm thinking about it, you know? And then we can kind of watch in every single video how long it takes for my hair to grow back. That could be a fun little like side quest for us, you know? So yeah, I did that, got my hair cut, came home, just prayed Maghrib. It's almost time for Isha, so I figured, okay, let me just do this video real quick. Just in case, like, because it's Friday night, so I might go to Sufra Lounge again. It's like a private little shisha lounge. And the last few times I've gone, like I go and I end up just sitting there and like reading my book. And I read probably like 50 pages last time I was there, you know, which is different in itself because normally when like people go for a shisha lounge or like even myself when I would used to go, it would be like a bunch of friends and like we'd just be there socializing, having tea and whatnot, you know. So it's a nice change of pace. It's nice to just kind of have some time to myself to just recover and recharge and like fill my own cup. But even so, like as I'm saying this, I probably won't go out today just because like I'm pretty tired. Like even when I was getting my haircut, like I could feel I was like passing out in Illy's chair, you know. And plus like I was supposed to play some Apex yesterday with my cousin Zoe. It's just there was like a 50-minute update, like 32 gigs, so that didn't end up happening obviously. I don't even know if he'll be online today, but it's been a long time since I've like turned on my Xbox and had like a nice gaming session. I mean like online, because like I did run Halo with John like however many weeks ago that was. But yeah, I haven't like streamed or like done any multiplayer on my own for a while. So maybe I'll do that, or maybe I'm just gonna have dinner and go to sleep early. Who knows, you know? But yeah, that's day 52, I guess, or day 51. No, yeah, it's day 51. Yesterday was day 50. And that's still mind-boggling to me, like the fact that I've been on my own now for like 50 days and just kind of like figuring out my life. And it's even more crazy when you go back to day zero and watch like my mental state at day zero compared to like where I'm at now, right? Just even like myself, when I watch some of those like first videos, I can see like, oh shit, like I was like very much like, ooh, like very anxious, very like timid, very just uncertain of everything. Now I'm at a place where it's like I've regained my confidence, and like I like my life is not where I want it to be by any means, but like I'm making progress bit by bit, and like it's all on me, you know, like I'm taking the responsibility for my life and like the way I'm living. And if shit doesn't work out, like I don't have anyone to blame but myself, right? So that's kind of like a very freeing thing in itself. And I guess as I'm saying this, I'm realizing that I need to make sure I maintain my routines, because I really have just let my whole routine and schedule just fall by the wayside. And I didn't think it was like that big a deal, but then just given the way everything's going, like it is very important to maintain your routines and your, yeah, like at least for me anyways, just because like having that little bit of structure really helped keep me grounded and like centered and like regulated, you know, whereas like for the last like week or so, or God knows how long it's been, I've just been kind of gunslinging, you know, going out in the world without a plan. I haven't even used my full focus planner for like probably a week now. Mind you, like I'm still getting a ton of shit done just because like I'm a self-starter, I'm a go-getter, I'm a hustler. Like I'm just gonna go out and like do shit, you know? And I guess that reminds me, fucking Uber, man. So I should have already been able to start, but literally every single day for the last like 4 days, they're like, oh, well, you didn't upload this or you didn't upload that. And I'm like, bro, I've literally uploaded everything. So initially they're like, oh, you didn't have the driving record. So I went and got that. And then they're like, oh, well, you need to send us a photo of it. And I'm like, bro, I already sent you the photo. And then they like made a new ticket and escalated it. And they're like, oh, well, you didn't send us your like police background check. And I'm like, dude, I literally sent you the police background check. Then they sent me another message being like, oh, well, actually, like you need to upload a PDF. Like it can't be a photo. And I'm like, dude, it's literally a PDF. Like they emailed it to me and then I uploaded it, you know? So who knows if I'm actually going to end up starting to drive Uber, because as soon as my license, like I already transferred it. So once it's like registered at the dealership, I'm going to be working there full time 5 days a week, right? So I don't know if I'm even going to have time or the mental bandwidth to be doing Uber on the side, especially because I have like I have one, like two prospective clients, one that's like pretty much ready to go though. We're gonna start putting out, like we're gonna create their own info business for them, and then outside of that, like again, like I have my own ebook that I need to start putting out, you know, and that again is like I haven't been paying attention to the details as much, right? So like I created this account, and instead of putting 1992, I put 93 for the email, right? So I couldn't log in, and then I realized, oh great, like I used an email that doesn't belong to me. So the bright side is they got back to me today and they're like, okay, we changed your account, so you should be able to log in. So that's probably what I'll end up doing tonight. Now that I like have remembered that I have to do this, you know, I'll end up designing the ebook and then getting ready for the actual launch, because this book should have launched like weeks ago. That was like the plan, right? That's what we had discussed. So yeah, I mean, that's my Friday day in the life of Manzoor, day 51 of 90. Peace out, Zoo Crew.